Well, good morning. It is Monday, May the 3rd, and it is pouring rain outside. So, can't work in the garden today or plant flowers, but I have some hamburger buns that's going to go to waste. And so I thought, well, today would be the perfect time to make homemade croutons. So, let me get my stuff together and show you what we need. This is my hamburger buns. And I had 6 hamburger buns left. We had been out of town for a few days, and so we didn't use them. And when I got back, I just couldn't let them go to waste. Now, I've already got some of these cut up into cubes, so I'm going to go ahead and cut up the rest of them and put them in this Ziploc bag. Now, these can be stale. It doesn't matter as long as they're not moldy. So we're just going to chop them up, and you chop them in whatever size you like. I like pretty good sized croutons in my salad. So, one more, and we'll have them all in the bag. I love croutons in my salad. I like that little bit of a crunch, and we're going to flavor these a little bit. So, there's our bag of croutons. Now, that's 6 hamburger buns. You can also use bread that's not fresh enough to make sandwiches out of. Any kind of bread, whole wheat, whole grain, just regular bread, hot dog buns, whatever kind of bread you've got that you like. So now we've got our hamburger buns cut up. This is just plain olive oil. Now this would be a good time also to use some of your flavored oils. Let me grab one. And I'll show you, this one right here is a lemon flavored oil. And you could use this in your croutons also. It'd give a little bit of lemon flavor to your croutons. So this is about maybe a half a cup left in this bottle. So I'm just going to drizzle it in the bag. Now I'm going to close it up and shake those around a little bit so we can get oil on all of them. And the oil is what's going to allow them to bake and get crispy. So we're going to shake those around a little bit. All right. Just a little bit more. I'm not going to use all of this oil because I don't want them really greasy. Okay, now you can flavor your croutons with any kind of seasoning that you like. You can use garlic powder, onion powder, dried parsley, dried basil, Italian seasoning, whatever you like. I like this Morton's seasoning, Nature's Season. I love this stuff. I use it on fried potatoes and a lot of different things. Sometimes pork chops when I grill them. So we're going to sprinkle some of this in the bag on those wet bread cubes. Now I don't measure this, I just sprinkle some in. This has salt and garlic and onion powder and all kinds of things in it. So it's a good seasoning for this kind of thing. Now that looks like a lot of seasoning, I know. But you got to remember that some of it is salt, some is pepper, some is garlic, some is onion. I mean, there's lots of different flavors in here. So, all right, now you can see little bits of the seasoning on the croutons. So, I'm going to get my pans. Now, I don't grease these pans because I've already got oil on the croutons. So, I'm going to pour them out on the pan. Let me grab one more. You want these in a single layer so that they'll all bake evenly. You don't want them all bunched up together because they won't cook evenly. Alright, so spread them out on the pans like that. Now see, you can see the seasoning on that one. Some of them don't have quite as much, so I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit more. over them. Now I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. So I'm gonna turn this around where you can see it. And I'm gonna go ahead and put these in my oven. Alright, so I'll be back as soon as these are done, and I'll let you know exactly how long they had to bake. Okay, so these croutons have been baking. I just took them out of the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. I did get called away when I turned the oven off. I left them in there for a couple more minutes because I was helping my husband with something, but so some of them got just a little bit brown, some of the smaller ones, but this is actually the way I like them. So you can see the croutons. See, some of them are light brown. Well, you can't see that because of the glare. Some of them are light brown. Some of them are dark brown. And some of them baked a little bit too long. These little tiny ones, little tiny corner pieces are really crunchy, but I don't mind that at all. So let me see if I can get you a little bit better angle where there's no glare on there. And that is your homemade croutons. Now I just store these in a Ziploc bag or in a plastic bowl with a lid, and they'll stay good for a week, week and a half at least. These are absolutely wonderful in salads. And listen to this crunch. That is so good. So I hope you'll try those. Let me know how it turns out.